Hey guys, this is Alpha Life Form and I'm playing Endless Legend. I'm going to be playing as the Broken Lords, which are probably my favorite faction economically, and I do like the look of them and all that. I'm going to be going up against a random, well maybe not a random, let's see, let's make them, uh, let's make them necrophages. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty fun. I'm not gonna do 3 empires because the AI right now is in the phase where it will swarm me. I've typically had to go up against 2 of them at the same time, and it becomes very, very difficult. So I'm going to just go up against one, and hopefully win. Yeah, right now the empires, all they do is, I mean, you can go into alliances with them and pay them off, and it's like super expensive. Um, but they never just like want any sort of peace at all. They will mostly just attack you. So I'm gonna show you guys how I play the Broken Lords, which are super awesome faction, and especially when you get your 6 unit army reformed with newer type armor, they become very, very powerful. So the way, what I do first is I click on this thing here on the bottom right that lets me see where most of the supplies are, or what do you call it? Uh, Something. It lets me see where the resources are, like in Civ 5. So I'm gonna build here because I get +5. Hold on, +5, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Usually it's 2, 2, 2 all around. So this is a very good place economically to start and capture this region as quickly as possible and start producing wealth and economy. Let's see, first thing I'm gonna do is let's see, 5 on city plus 20 on city. Yeah, I would do these economic buildings first before doing anything else, because I think that's the best thing to do. Let's see, let's do this. It'll take 10 turns. This will take only 8 turns, and it gives me a lot more stuff. So let's just do that first, and then I actually figured out that expanding as quickly as possible is actually beneficial as long as you don't get attacked. Yeah, hopefully the game doesn't crash or doesn't have any glitches, because it could go out at pretty much any minute. But luckily I can reload it fairly quickly and get past that. Let's see, sewer system not necessary right away. I would just do well, I would do this economic stuff first, then maybe science to help with expansion. Because science long term, if you don't invest enough into it, it really becomes a problem. So let's get slaves. Let's get whatever that is. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. And then I'll do. Oh, you know what? Get rid of all that. Let's do bribe first. We need the bribe thing, which only costs 4 turns. This is super important to the way your guys work, because you're not strong enough to fight off the way the initial bad guys are set up. The minor factions, you have to take them out and it costs gold. So we'll do this one first so we don't have to fight them, because it's more expensive to fight. Then I'm going to do this economic thing, slaves, science. I'll do it like that. I'm going to take my leader and start walking around the landscape, seeing if I can find some goodies. And it looks like these things, you can come up to them and get resources or quests from them. I usually don't really pay too much attention to the quests. They either get finished by themselves by me doing stuff, or not. But mostly I just try to focus on economy and doing the right thing. I feel like sometimes quests hinder your ability to do things that need to be done. So let's pay for this maybe. Yeah, let's just pay for it. Unfortunately for these city growth, yeah, their cities don't grow. You have to pay for it, so I'm gonna pay, and it reduces the time it takes for stuff to get built. Let's see, where's my next city block going to go? I definitely want more um, more dust above anything else, and there's 2 signs and 2 signs here, so that'll help me out a lot. I'll do that one. And let's see, can they walk? Yes, they can. I usually just scout around the perimeter of my initial region to get rid of any minor factions that are around and kill them off as quickly as possible before they get strong, and I have to pay a lot of money to get rid of them. So I would do that first and foremost. Let's pay for that. And see, once I buy this, next turn I'll get 40 dust. I should 51, whatever. It probably upgraded something else also, so that's why I did that. But I'm gonna buy Settler, and by turn 14 I'm gonna buy them out later. But I like to spread out faster. I found that it's better. It's just better to have more economy coming in. You can pay stuff off faster and expand and basically push out troops later on in the game with much more efficiency. So let's see, skip turn. Ooh, these guys are very powerful. So it looks like these are one of the factions that are extremely annoying to have, and or to let them grow at all. You want to take these guys for sure. Need to be taken out immediately. It is a plague on your land like nothing else. So usually they'll fight you. I'm gonna bribe them because they're way too powerful to take on by forces that I have right now. So one I can take on fairly easily with my leader being fully healed, and so yeah, I'm just gonna leave them alone unless they attack me. Let's see if I can upgrade. Yeah, see, they attack me. Let's do manual. I'm just gonna show you guys how combat works. Uh, this. Oh, okay. I found another faction. There's usually 2 minor factions in each region, so that's just something to keep in mind. Let's see. Ready, and this is how the combat works. Usually the arrows go kind of randomly around to whatever other characters are on the map, but you can change where each player will attack, or each unit. So let's launch the combat. I just want to show you guys how it works. The game's not fully complete yet, so this is just, or they said the animations aren't fully complete, but maybe they are now, I don't know, but I still love the way the game looks anyway, so. Unfortunately, not all 3 of my guys were able to attack, and my leader took a lot of damage, which cost a lot to heal him, which is why I like to be in a nation that does not require food, but just uses dust for everything. See, 105, that's a lot of money. That's why I didn't want to fight them over there, because I would have most definitely lost, probably. They start out very powerful. So let's see how close we are here. I want to pay off that stuff too, but obviously I just had a fight, so I can't afford that. And I need to get rid of, because these guys will also attack me. These also here, I have an advantage over them, but when they get powerful, these are also basically just about any creature. Most creatures have to be kind of taken out immediately as soon as you can, because they every turn, not every turn, but every whatever kind of every 10 turns or something like that, they just get more powerful. So I'm just gonna do auto combat on that. I took a little bit of damage. Oh, not a little bit, 98.6 gold worth of it. So I'm just gonna bribe these guys so I don't have to worry about them spawning again. And then I'm gonna pay for the healing of my leader in a little bit. Hopefully I get some dust out of these ruins at some point. So 6 turns, and it looks like I'm not going to make my expansion by turn 14 because this is taking too long. I've had too much combat on my hands, and unfortunately I'm also seeing another another one of those, the dragon or the demon, these things. Here we go again. I took a little bit less damage. I think he's becoming more experienced, so he doesn't take as much damage, but let's see, I have to bribe them now before healing my guy. I'm gonna go over there and bribe them. With other factions like necrophages, they are a lot better at fighting initially, so you're kind of encouraged to go out and slaughter the minions. More because your guys heal automatically, so you just spend your dust on upgrading your city and expanding while your leader goes around with his army, kind of killing off all the enemies. It's a lot more viable to fight with them, but with these guys, if you have the upgrade, this one, you should get it first and start bribing as soon as you can. It's a lot less expensive to bribe than it is to fight these factions initially. Once, like I said, once you get your guy to a certain level, then it doesn't matter. Here's another thing over there. Okay, I'm gonna pay off this thing because it's gonna give me more stuff. And public library for science, so I'm gonna have 2 things completed next turn. That's gonna be really good for my economy, and this is just one city. These guys are really crazy with dust, and so are the necrophages. They're my 2 favorite races because of the way they function economically. They're a lot more cool that way. With other factions, you have to worry about, well, actually necrophages too, you have to worry about food to expand your cities. Here it's just money. So as long as you focus on getting enough dust and whatever little science or industry you get, you know, it's not as important as dust for these guys. So you'll get enough of it at some point and buy stuff you want. So public library, yeah, I'm gonna buy it just to have more science. So I'm gonna have plus 20 since I have 2 cities. I'm not sure if that's per city block plus 10 science or if it's per city, so this will only be 10, I think, or 20. It should be 20 because there's 2. I think that's what it means. So I'm gonna get that since I'm in early stages of development here. So I want to get that stuff. Because every upgrade you do, every research you do gets more expensive with every next research thing you do. So you want to get you want to upgrade the science stuff first so that you have science to upgrade the stuff you want later faster. So it's kind of an investment into your kind of economy. And I'm probably going to stop the video at 30 turns or something like that. Oh, see, some of these are quest related and you have to meet targets. Here we go. We can read about it. Build an army and explore area around your new city. Open carefully the localized ruins to find remnants of endless technology. Escort a broken lord's hero with at least 3 infantry units to inspect Arya Auriga ruins. So it's these, but I have to have another infantry unit to go over there and do that. So let's heal him. Go back. Let's see. Oh, I have to do this. This is your influence, which is another very interesting part of this game. You're basically spending influence at a certain rate while also getting influence, and you can not do any of this and save it up, and then basically when you're in the 3rd era, basically push this all the way over there and get a lot of benefits, or you can do it now. Usually I do this one to get more gold per city, so I'm gonna just do that because it's relatively inexpensive to do that kind of thing right now. And it costs more the more cities you have to spend influence because you're spending it over a bigger empire. So right now it only costs 15 because I only have 1 city, but the more cities you have, the more influence you get too, based on, you know, whatever you get and stuff like that. So we get ourselves a minor faction that we're gonna have to subvert to our need. Bribe, no need fighting them. Let's see, when is that settler gonna be ready? I should actually probably build another stalwart, and eventually I'll upgrade them with armor and stuff like that. Actually, I'm going to use this leader to escort the settler so he doesn't get killed off by a minor faction unit that's going to be running around, which they like to come in right when you spawn this guy and let him out into the world. They like to come in and kill him. He's very vulnerable, but he is kind of like an infantry unit. He can fight in a battle, actually participate, but he's not to be left alone really. So let's just, oop, that's a glitch. You just have to click off of your soldier or your army and then click back on him, and then you can move him again. But yeah, game is a little buggy right now. It's in alpha stage or whatever. Let's build another stalwart for that one quest that I want to complete. And then let's click on this to see what resources are available. And basically put my city in a very economically viable area. It seems like the best one is up there. That's where I would get most of my money. Actually here, but then I'd be missing a block and I'd be getting nothing but money, which is also not good. You want to get a little bit of science and a little bit of industry off of each city also. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm going to put it. It's kind of far away from this city. I like to usually leave them kind of closer, but being as I'm in the situation that I am in, I'm not going to do that. I'll get writers later probably. See, I'm two researches away from getting second era, the era of glory or whatever. Let's see, let's do this, and then let's do, what's this? Rookery. I think that lets you build heroes. You can get heroes basically. So I'm gonna do those two researches. Let's go over here and plop down this city. Oh yeah, with the expansion of the city, with these guys, you have to have more population to build more of these streets, this extra block of city. So that's what you have to do. The factions that rely on food, it'll do it automatically based on how much food you have around you. That's how quickly it will develop. But with these guys, you actually have to pay for every time you want to upgrade your population limit, and then you can expand your city, but it will cause unhappiness. So you have to have certain researches, like the sewer system will keep your people happier. So once I get this building, once I get it, it'll make my people happier, and then I can expand or build another city somewhere, or basically make little expansions within this city, which I can't say which one's better. Sometimes it feels like it's better to have a bigger empire and control more regions, but then you run into more having to defend a larger area from minor factions, which do become, actually in this game, they do become quite annoying. That they become quite a threat if you make your empire too big and don't have the army to support defending it. And then the enemy, the big empire will come in and totally wipe you off the map very quickly. Unfortunately, right now, in the way this game is right now, it's kind of in a stage where the enemy only wants to attack you all the time. Ooh, this is a very good upgrade here. This way I'll get this zone, and this zone. That's +6 a turn. And unfortunately, it's going to take a long time to get there, but I apparently have enough money to get more population, which will help with time that it's going to take that to build that. Now that I have 3 infantry, I'm going to go over here. Oops. I'm going to go over here and go get that quest. So right now I don't have any defenses, but that's alright. Usually the minor factions don't siege your city until they're so powerful, until they get enough power. But right now I'm fine, and usually until turn 60 or 60 something is when the faction of the bad guys will start to come in and attack you. So this is winter season, which is actually problematic. You make less money, you get less food, your troops can't move as fast. It's very terrible if your army is really far away from your cities and you get a siege on you because it takes forever to get to where you need to go. So these guys can upgrade, they can get riders, which is a war unit that travels faster basically, and if you just have them in a squad, then they travel very fast, so you can kind of help out with the winter when it's wartime, because they can still move kind of fast. But so that's just something to keep in mind. Every empire has its advantage and disadvantage, and what I like most about this game is that it actually all the empires actually work kind of in a different enough way to where it's interesting. What is it saying? Oh, I have to defeat this army. Okay. Okay, skip. And I get 30 glass steel. Build a new... Oh, I'll get that. So I did all of that to get this if I build another city, which I'm not going to because I feel like it's too early to expand to a third city. I'm only on turn 30. So yeah, sometimes these quests are kind of the quests you should do before you set up a city, it feels like. But I always set up a city as fast as I can so I can start producing stuff. Which is why that kind of doesn't work for me, but maybe it works for some other people, I don't know. So I'm just not gonna pay attention to that quest or build anything to achieve it because it's just not viable for me right now. And summer has come. We'll do this last thing before I end the video. 40 dust. Some of them give you stuff, some of them don't. Some of them trap you into having to fight something. So yeah, these are basically the broken lords. These guys, this is what the leader looks like that you get. Tier 1 weapons, and that's what I have right now. So we're at turn 30. I'm gonna end the video right here and continue on with this campaign. I don't know if I'm gonna win or lose. I have won a lot of them and I've lost a lot of them. It seems kind of I understand better now how to expand properly and do stuff to where I can better secure a victory, but I still lose a lot against the AI, and it seems like last update it was very difficult. It would just instantly attack you with very powerful forces. So hopefully I can win this and show you guys that it's winnable and stuff like that. But I just wanted to show you guys the Broken Lords and how they work and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment and subscribe if you want, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye bye.